Hey, what is up everybody? Welcome back to the Holy Smokes BBQ channel. Today on the channel, we're making what is commonly referred to as the best bite in barbecue. And I can't wait because we're making smoked beef ribs. Sometimes you've heard them referred to as Dino ribs just because of the size, how big they are. They're also called plate ribs, short ribs, but these are gonna be incredible. All beef, like that real great beef flavor that we're gonna get from like a brisket or something on a bone. And surprisingly, this is gonna be extremely simple. So I'm ready if you are. Let's get started. All right, here we have a set of 3 short ribs. So 3 dino bones you can see here. 1, 2, 3. These bones are huge. This beautiful cut of meat came from Strip District Meats, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the best anywhere. Visit them online, stripdistrictmeats.com. You can order online and they'll ship it to you no matter where you live. And special thanks to Strip District Meats for providing this incredible looking set of ribs. Let's flip these over and take a look. Oh yeah, so you can see here, there is a membrane, just like there is on pork ribs, but we're not going to remove it on here. It's a lot different on beef, so leaving that membrane intact is gonna help these to kind of stay together, and you're not really gonna notice them anyway. So what I am gonna do, however, is just score across this, and that's just gonna let more of that smoke flavor in. That's all that I'm gonna do to the bottom. Flipping over. Now there is some trimming that I wanna do. I wanna take most of this fat off because I want the top of these to be exposed, just exposed meat. So I'm gonna take a few moments and I'm gonna cut out the hard pieces of fat and the kind of some of that silver skin until we're left with just a beautiful piece of meat. All right, that looks pretty good to me. You'll notice that there is still a little bit of fat left on here, and I'm fine with that. You know, this marbling and stuff is just gonna render down and be this beautiful, juicy deliciousness. There's also a little bit of hard fat left here. I didn't want to trim too down into that because I'd be hitting the bone. So we're just gonna leave that and it'll be fine. All right, let's go ahead and season this bad boy up. Today, I'm using the Pit Boss Lone Star Beef and Brisket Rub. This is a very traditional Texas style rub. It's basically salt and pepper and then some paprika for color and a little bit more flavor. But this is gonna be a great rub. It's pepper based, so you're gonna see a lot of pepper in it, and this is gonna help us develop a really nice bark. And I'm gonna be pretty generous with how much of this I put on, because this is a big piece of meat, so I'm not concerned about really over seasoning it. And I'm gonna pat, not rub it, I'm gonna pat it in. Just kind of apply some pressure to it so that it begins to adhere to the meat. Whew, man, that smells good. Get the side here. Grab the other side. Now you'll notice that this side is quite a bit thinner than the other, so that's gonna cook quicker, but that's fine. We're gonna put it on in such a way where the larger side is facing the hotter part of the smoker and vice versa. All right, and the last step before this goes on is to let it rest. I know you wanna just get it in, you wanna start smoking it, but we're gonna let it rest. I'm gonna let this seasoning soak in for maybe about 15 minutes or so, and then we'll be back. It will have drawn some of that moisture out of the meat, and then we'll put it in the smoke, and that moisture will go right back in, and we'll end up with some deliciously juicy ribs. So I gotta wait 15 minutes, but you don't, because it has been 15 minutes, and now you can see some of that moisture starting to appear a little bit, but that seasoning is definitely adhered nicely to these ribs. So let's go over to the smoker and we'll talk about how we're gonna make these ribs. So in my last video, I made a hot and fast pork butt, and it was absolutely delicious and saved a ton of time. I'm gonna do these beef ribs the same way. Now I did get a lot of comments, was there any smoke flavor at all because we were cooking at such a high temperature? Yes, because I'm supplementing using a smoke tube. I'll show you that when we open up the Lockhart here. Speaking of the Lockhart, I'm smoking these ribs today on my Pit Boss Platinum Series Lockhart. I love this thing. I use it for just about everything that I make here on the channel. And the temperature today, get ready, 325 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm gonna leave them at that temperature exactly like they are. I'm not gonna do anything to them, but leave them exactly like that for about 2 hours. We'll come out, take a look. I'm gonna be looking for an internal temp today, much like a brisket, of 205-ish on these bad boys. And the pullback you're gonna see from those bones, oh, incredible. Traditionally, cook this low and slow, just like you would a brisket, take you 10, 12 hours. I don't have that kind of time today, so that's why we're going hot and fast. I am smoking these today using the Pit Boss Hickory Blend pellets for that really, really good, authentic, just smoky wood flavor. All right, with all the how-to out of the way, it's time to get these on the smoker. Now, because I know most of the heat on the Lockhart comes from this side, I'm gonna put them kind of like this so that the larger side is facing the heat and the thinner, kind of smaller, more narrow side is facing away from it. And now I'm just gonna use my meat thermometers that came with the Lockhart. I'm gonna go kind of between the bones here. All right, my smoke is rolling, my probes are in, the heat's there. I'll see you in a couple hours. All right, it has been exactly 2 hours. Let's take a look at these beef ribs. Whew! Look at that pullback. Look at that bark. Beautiful color. Oh my gosh. Plenty of smoke still coming from that smoke tube. My internal temp right now is reading 170 degrees. Now, if I wanted them done even faster, I could wrap them at this point. I'm gonna lose a little bit of that bark. I'm not gonna wrap them right now. I might still a little bit later, but I don't know yet. This is very much a kind of see what works method today. One thing I did, however, was I came out and spritzed with a mixture of apple cider vinegar and a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. So that is where a lot of that moisture is coming from. And I will do that again if it starts to dry out. All right, let's let it roll for about another hour and we'll see where we're at. All right, it's been about another hour and 15 minutes or so. Let's take a look. Oh man, look at that. Oh, look at that pullback. My internal temp on one thermometer is 201 and on my other it's 197. So I'm gonna give it just a couple more degrees and then I'm gonna pull it off and I'll see you back with these delicious ribs. All right, folks, the temp is right where I want it. It's perfect. And look at these beef ribs. Woo, man. Man, does that look amazing. Wow. Once again, I'm gonna let this rest for a little while just so that the juices can reabsorb into the meat. And then, oh yeah, we're gonna cut into it and we're gonna try it. All right, it's been about 20 minutes. Honestly, you could let this rest for up to an hour and that would be great, but I really can't wait any longer. So we're gonna go ahead and cut into these and see how we did. All right, so I'm gonna go right here between these bones. Oh, get ready. Oh man, that knife is going through like butter. Now when you get to the bottom of a beef rib like this, it's gonna require a little bit of extra effort simply because of that membrane that was not removed. All right, time to take a look. Check that out. Oh my gosh, look at the juiciness. You see how juicy that is? It's glistening with juice. Look here, look at this one. Look at it. Oh, look at the juice. Woo-wee. How about that smoke ring? Look at that. Man. To say that I'm excited is an understatement, for real, because I can't wait to try this. Man, I'm so happy with how that bark turned out. Man, it's got that brisket look to it. I mean, this literally looks like brisket on a stick, right? I should set up a roadside cart just selling brisket on a stick. Man, this is gonna be so good. Now, how do you eat beef ribs? Pretty simple. Any way you want. You could take the bones out, you could carve it up that way. I'm gonna go just straight up old school, and I'm just gonna pick this entire thing up, and I'm going to just take a bite. Man, is this gonna be good. All right, so here we go. Smoked beef ribs, hot and fast. Oh my God. Oh my God, that, woohoo! There is so much flavor in that. Wow. Oh. Man, is that good. That marbled fat turned to pure juice. Wow, that is so good. I'm just gonna keep eating. I can see why some people say that this is the best bite in barbecue, because holy smokes, that is amazing. Well, hey, I cannot wait to dig in to more of these. Oh my gosh, it's so good. You gotta try it. If you can find plate ribs or Dino ribs, whatever you might call them, at your local butcher shop. Get them, try this method. You saw it, super simple. We did it hot and fast. You can do it low and slow, but I'm very, very, very happy with how these turned out. And I'm even happier that now I get to go inside and eat some more of this. But thank you once again for tuning into the Holy Smokes Barbecue channel. And hey, if you like this video, make sure you click that thumbs up. When you click that thumbs up and say that you like it, it helps other people find the outdoor cooking goodness that we have here. And if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And turn on the post notifications. Just click that little bell and you're gonna get a notification as soon as we post new delicious outdoor cooking videos. And if you've made it this far in the video, obviously you like beef, so you gotta check out one of these other 2 beef related videos that we've done here outside on the smoker, and I will see you next time.